Will equip lifting continue?
I started lifting in 1991. I was 14 years old. In my first competition, I wore a belt, a pair of shorts, t-shirt, and that in 1991 was one of my last events where I lifted raw. After that 1991, I joined becoming a regular powerlifter. Regular powerlifting in 1991 was you wore equipment. I want to make a point on equipment because a lot of things are going on today with raw versus equipped. Raw is a new genre of lifting. It's apples and oranges. Lifters who compete in the equipped lifting are not cheating. They are lifting in the way the history of powerlifting has gone. In 1991, when I started doing my first 3-lift competition, nobody competed against each other raw, because there's no such thing as raw. Everyone wore a suit. I continued through high school. I continued through college. I wore an Inzer Z suit, marathon knee wraps, wrist wraps, and other things in single ply USA powerlifting competition. It was called the 80 FPA then. Again, raw lifters of today would look at it, or some would consider it, cheating. But everyone competed this way. In 1997, the AAU and ADAU at the time, led by a few folks like Al Siegel, created the definition of raw in the AAU-ADAU. I competed in the New Jersey states in Hopatcong, New Jersey, and I did it 6 days after I competed in an 80 FBA Pennsylvania State event. I lifted in the 80 FBA meet equipped, and I lifted in the ADAU meet raw 6 days later. It was the first time since 1991 that I lifted without the support of knee sleeve, without the support of a squat suit, a bench shirt. But you were, in that first version, you were allowed to wear knee wraps.
So what's the point of this video? You might be wondering. Well, I just wanted to put together a video regarding the raw and unequipped and equipped lifters. The community of powerlifters, the dynamic, the way we lift is all the same, but the method, the equipment we use is different. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's apples and oranges. They're not the same. Question we get from equipped lifters, from new generation lifters, and I've been posting things about crotchety powerlifter. Well, it feels like a lot of the equipped lifters have become the crotchety powerlifter. Why is that? The equipped lifters feel we're looked at as we're treated almost like cheaters. When we got into this sport years and years ago, before you guys were probably even alive, we started a sport where everyone did wear single ply equipment, wear knee wraps, wear wrist wraps, and now you are brand new to this sport, coming in, discounting, at very least discounting lifts, or not giving credit for the potential lifts at all. And that can kind of get you a little bit grouchy after 20 years. So put me in the category of crotchety powerlifter. Do I want to be a crotchety powerlifter? Well, some days I enjoy it, but overall, no. I want my lifts to count. I want my lifts to be respected. Right now, in the lifting community, with the explosion of raw and some of the way internet, social media acts, it doesn't seem like there's very much respect between the new raw lifters and the equipped lifters of the past. Guys, don't treat us like we've come up with a way to cheat the sport. You're the new guys. Maybe that's a bit strong, but you are. You're the new guys. To say that we are cheating the sport or somehow not real in our lifting, it's pretty crappy. Do I like raw lifting? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with raw lifting. Would I consider raw lifting? Yes. But every meet I go to, every time I post a video on my equipped lifting, the younger generation either says something derogatory about the lifts, not counting or not being of quality, or, they just pretty much disrespect for an equipped lifter. And again, I've been in the sport. I'm crotchety. I'll take it. But when I see a great raw lift, I enjoy a great raw lift, and I know what good raw lift is. And there's no disrespect on the other way. Kind of losing touch of what I was going to do this video on. It started out with giving a little bit of a history on my lifting, starting back in 1991, and it's kind of taken an ugly turn. I didn't mean it to be that way. There were some questions out there today on whether I thought equipped lifting was going to die. From my perspective, I hope not. From my perspective, I think they're two different sports in a way. There's a room for all of us. I think some of the unequipped lifters, some of the ultra purist raw lifters are going to slam us no matter what. But I think some lifters in time who come in raw and start to get beat up and start to see that, well, maybe their bodies aren't going to hold up long term to unequipped raw lifting. Some of them might find a little more respect for the equipped lifting using some of it. Now, you can call me a cheater. That's fine. When raw lifting started several years ago, a lot of people were really knocking the heck out of equipped lifters, saying you're doing this to get an advantage, you're doing this to get an advantage. Well, I ran Raw Nationals last year, and I've seen a lot. I saw Raw Collegiates earlier this year. Some of the things you guys are doing in raw lifting to get an advantage, and I'm not knocking you, like really ultra tight knee sleeves, that type of thing is kind of like equipped lifting. I mean, as competition racks up, you're going to do things within the rules to get an advantage, as much advantage as you can to win. Why wouldn't you? So when you look at judging a raw lifter, judging an equipped lifter, don't knock him because you don't know the history. You don't know, I'm guessing you don't know the history, because if you knew the history, you would know that it's not weird. It's not against the rules. It's not the history of powerlifting to wear gear. That's where I'll end it here tonight. Will equipped lifting continue? I sure hope so. I think there's room for equipped and raw lifting in the sport of powerlifting. Have a good one. Take care.